And we've got a $300+ booster box of Double Masters. Let's open this thing up and see how it goes. Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different unboxing. $300+ purchase of Double Masters. It's Magic the Gathering cards, so I'm at the local card shop. I'll take you inside and get to the unboxing, show you a little bit of what a trading card, sports card, gaming, board games shop even looks like. So let's do it. Feel free to skip ahead, but I'll just talk, especially for those who aren't as familiar, just what this store looks like. Took some footage, got some cool inside shots. It's a really nice looking store, obviously a little bit different now that they can't have events due to COVID. But when it is in session, a lot of it is card games, Magic the Gathering primarily, Pokemon, some other ones. There's also a lot of board games. There's a lot of pretty advanced board games that have a lot of design elements and are pretty complicated, that have quite a following. There's also things like Warhammer, and I forget all of the names, but it's like miniatures games where, you know, there's a battle map kind of, and you have miniature figures that have certain powers, and you can play a game that way. But I think primarily most people are in there for either board games or Magic the Gathering, and that's what we're going to be doing today. But a really nice setup, and I've had a lot of good memories playing here, probably mostly when I was like 14 or 15, but once it opens back up, I think I'll try to get in and play a little bit of Magic. Now let's get to that unboxing. Now, for those of you who don't know Magic the Gathering super well, this is a premium set, so it's designed to be a more expensive type of card. That's why it's over $300 for this box. There's going to be 24 packs with 2 rare or mythic rare cards. That's where most of the value is going to be. And there's also 2 box toppers, which are cards that are specially made, and they come with each booster box of 24 packs, and they're special, and we'll unbox those at the end. But now I'll just open the cards up and, you know, show you what we've got, see how we do. And there it is, opened up. Now I'm going to take the packs out of the box, put this to the side for the end, and we'll start. I'm really pumped to be back. It's been a long time, and we'll start with this Dark Confidant pack and see what we've got. And I've heard the tokens are even a lot nicer now since I've really been opening packs, but you can tell that I'm somewhat of a rookie still. But I'm not going to spend too much time on the commons, but we'll check out Treasure Mage, Pentad Prism. These are all some ones I remember playing with, but now I'm just going to focus on the rares and not even talk about uncommons unless they're real valuable. But we have an Inkwell Leviathan, Myr Battle Spheres. I don't think either of these are super good. And then 2 foils, neither of which seem also to be particularly expensive. But that's kind of what happens with most of these booster packs. And we'll check out the next one. Again, I'll be trying to go a little bit faster. It's just been a little while since I've done any real openings. But I'm excited. I'm curious to see what some of our better cards will be, because there will at least be a few. There's a Fatal Push. I wonder if that still has extra value. We've got a Reshape, a Tempered Steel, and then Parasitic Strix, I think, was used in a Legacy Allurin deck a while ago. I don't even know if that's really still around, but I don't think our first 2 packs neither have any major value. Here's our third. Also just going to pretty much skip right through. We've got an Urza's Tower in the common slot, but we've got Bloodshot Trainee, Mursmith, Rush of Knowledge, Disciple of Bolus, Avenger of Zendikar, our first mythic rare, though I don't think that again takes too much in the way of value, and then Strength of Arms, Crushing Vines, and another token. So we've got 1 mythic rare. I don't think it's really one that's specifically super valuable, and I'll put the mythics to the side. But nonetheless, you know, they're definitely in the box, I guess. Wizards did not mess up and forget to include them. Next pack here, though, I don't watch too many openings, again, coming from the coin side of things, so I'm assuming I'm kind of doing them in a normal way, but we're definitely down a little bit in terms of value. Glass Dust Hulk, Woodland Champion, and then we've got a Phyrexian Revoker, a Blade Splicer. Man, out of the first 4 packs, Chromatic Star Foil. Maybe some Tron players will like that. And then a foil Vampire Hex Mage. Also, again, I don't really know. I haven't followed how the foil market has evolved, but the shiny cards can get massively valuable, which is kind of interesting. People pay huge premiums for that in the Magic market. Our next pack, and I want to make sure not to reveal anything really good ahead of time, but we got Welding Jar, we got a Maelstrom Nexus Mythic Rare, an Oblivion Stone. That one used to be a lot more expensive, I think, and I don't know what the Nexus is really selling for. Then we have a Surge Node and a Glass Dust Hulk. So again, I don't think we're really crushing it so far, but often I think a lot of the value in even a pretty good box is just going to be in one or two cards. It's kind of, do we get this card or not? Whereas, I don't know. I don't even know what to whereas compare it to, but that's just kind of how it works. After that, we've got Is It Charm, Springleaf Drum, Powerwalled Shaman, have a Heat Shimmer. I don't even recognize that one. Greater Good, that might be a little bit valuable, I'm not sure. Then a Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot and a Thopter Engineer foil. I'm curious, I wonder if Greater Good isn't a little bit better, but I don't think Is It Charm, you know, a little bit of play in some formats, but not really there in terms of a big hit that we're really looking for. So let's see what we've got going on here. We have a Reclamation Sage, Cranial Plating. Let's see, Force of Will. Nice. So that's a really solid mythic rare. I assume it's like $40 minimum, but it's good to pull something like that. Followed up with a Maelstrom Pulse, also a solid card. Dread Return in foil and Awakening Zone. That's a foil rare. I don't think Awakening Zone going to be majorly valuable. Foil Dread Return, also not sure, but it definitely sees play in some formats. But the Maelstrom Pulse and Force of Will are definitely cards that I recognize as somebody who's not super, up to date on everything in the Magic world, but knows a decent card when I see one. So there you go, Force of Will, definitely, something that we're gonna be happy with. And then another good rare to follow it up right on its heels. Almost 1/3 of the box done, and yeah, I'm curious, since I hope to do a few of these more, please do comment on how I can improve my box opening skills, I guess. Cascade Bluffs, there's a rare land that also used to be a lot more expensive. I don't think that sees tons of play anywhere, but still a cool card. Tuck the Explorer, and then we have a Golemskin Gauntlets, an Orcish Vandal. So I think the Bluffs is probably a few bucks. I don't think that there's anything crazy in terms of the value there, but I wonder if it even makes back the value, the cost of a pack. The Force of Will definitely, but I don't think something like that, I'm not positive it really would. Then we've got a Disciple of the Vault, Dismantle, Savageborn Hydra, not great. Swiftblade Vindicator, not too familiar with that one either. Apprentice Wizard, Kozilek's Predator. Not every pack is going to be that good, and that's a pretty good example of that. We'll make our way get into double digits with this pack. Let's see. Try not to damage the corners or anything. I don't know. I feel like some card games or cards can be really a problem if there's a little white spot on it. I don't think it's as much but I want to keep the cards in good condition. Pongify could be decent. Path to Exile, probably going to be like $5. That's a good card to have, good uncommon. Then we have a Sunforger, a Blinkmoth Nexus, which could be a few bucks as well, and then Sanctum Spirit Pyrite Spellbomb. That looks pretty. Again, nice foiling, looks great, and then a treasure token. But I'm pretty impressed with the quality of these cards. I know that for a long time there were some issues, and I don't know if they've totally done away with the issues. I don't follow, again, quite enough, but I'm enjoying opening these packs, and the cards seem pretty good. So, gonna be halfway, I believe. No, I think we need 2 more packs to get to halfway, but let's see what we can do with this one. Weapons Trainer, Crop Rotation. I wonder if that's anything. I know that it sees play, but I don't know how much value there is. We have a Sunken Ruins. That's not bad. Another rare land that could have a little bit of value. Rolling Earthquake. This one is from, I think it's P3K. I forget exactly what that set even is, but I don't know if it's expensive. I bet with a reprint it really wouldn't be. But then we've got a Sphinx of the Guild Pack and Lightning Greaves in foil. I know that that one is a card that's used in a format called Commander, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's also got some added value. But a few other cards that are pretty decent. If that was every pack, that would probably be solid, because we still got these box toppers to get into. You know, the right card there could be worth quite a bit of money. Let's see. I think that this one is now going to bring us to the halfway point, and you'll be able to know if on our value, if we're kind of doing well. Oops, I revealed something there. I don't really know what I revealed, though. Calling Days, Lightning Greaves, that's the non-foil. Got a Rage Reflection, don't know too much about that one. Falcon Wrath Aristocrat, I don't think that's great. A Twisted Abomination, and a Gelatinous Genesis. So I think at the halfway point, you know, Force of Will definitely our #1 card so far. I think it would be great if we could kick it up a little bit, but I feel like we're not doing horrible. And again, I don't know how much that crop rotation was worth. I don't know how much a lot of this stuff is worth, actually. So I don't really know what I'm saying in terms of values, basically. Vampire Hexmage, not so bad. Thopter Foundry, and then we've got a Darksteel Forge. I know that that used to be really expensive. That could be actually quite a good card. It's a mythic rare, so those are even more rare than what's behind it is a Conjurer's Closet, but that could actually have some significant value. We got a Goblin Cavalier, Brimstone Volley in foil. Some people I don't think that's played too much, but the Darksteel Forge definitely could be good. And was just doing a little bit of rearranging, but we'll get back with the, I guess, third to last pack in the second row. And as you can tell, I'm still, you know, not very good at opening the packs. That one took a little bit longer, but we got a Master Splicer. We have a Fetid Heath, so another one of those rare lands. Walking Ballista is also not bad. I don't know how much the price fell, but I know that that was pretty valuable for a while. Iron League Steed, Greater Good in foil. So hopefully that one, you know, that was another card that I was really not too sure about before. If it's valuable, and if it is valuable, then a foil would probably be quite a good pickup. But again, don't know. You know, I'm kind of guessing / hoping that that one is good instead of knowing. Then we've got, let's see what this pack is gonna get us. I feel like we're doing a little bit better, though. I think those first 4 packs really kind of started slow, and now hopefully we're picking up in a good way. We've got a Etherin Sworn Canoness. I don't think that's great. Blightsteel Colossus, another mythic rare, and then a Braid, a Divest. So I think that Blightsteel, again, I feel like a lot of these older artifacts really spiked up hard, and I'm not sure kind of what the aftermath has been, but I could see this now being quite good in terms of just having cards that are worth a good amount. That brings our mythic total to 5 at the moment, and I feel like the average box here would have like 6 or 7 if I was to guess, excuse me. But you know, we'll find out. Maybe we've got a loaded box. Maybe there's double the amount of mythics since it's double masters. I haven't been following it so well. We've got a Treasure Keeper, Hinder, Golem Artisan, Blasphemous Act, a Brutaclad Telcor Engineer. That seems new. I don't recognize that card. And then a Frogify and a Whisperer of the Wilds. I don't think that was such a good pack, but Blasphemous Act, it's cool. The master sets do kind of take me back quite nicely in a sense, and I can think of you know, a lot of the fun times that I had playing this game, and I feel like I kind of want to get back into it a little bit more. This box opening definitely, you know, pushing me in that direction. But we've got a Mishra's Bauble, a Kuldota. I feel like the Mishra's Bauble is worth a little bit. It used to be like a $50 card. I think it fell hard. Then we have a Vexing Shusher, which is probably decent. Doom Necromancer, Fortify, and another Golem Artisan. And the getting some good uncommons can really help out in a box. Getting a lot of, you know, $5 to $10 ones. I don't even know again what the prices are, but a bunch of $5 uncommons can help bring up the value in a pretty significant way, because you do have to rely on a lot of the big cards often. Manamorphose is another good example of that type of card. I think that's like $5. Then we have a Time Sieve, Maze of Ith. I think that's pretty good. And then, yeah, 2 foils. But again, I don't quite know where that's settled, but it's, you know, a solid card for sure. Then I'm really hoping that we get another kind of Force of Will type. But I think that there's also, forget exactly, some of those box toppers that I'm pumped to open might be real big. So, oh man, I spoiled something. We've got a merciless eviction that has been spoiled now by my poor opening skills. But we've got a Flicker Wisp, Galvanic Blast, Mystic Gate. That's cool. Definitely a few more bucks there. And then, yeah, some foils. I really love these token cards, though. They've definitely come a long way since, you know, a few years ago. Then we've only got a few more packs. I think this might be number 5 on our countdown here, but I'm gonna have to confirm. Yep, I think there's 4 more after this one. So it's now or never, I guess, for some big cards, and hopefully that wasn't any wild thing that I unveiled. We've got a Mox Opal, nice. So I think that that's also kind of in the tier of Force of Will. Mox Opal definitely not nothing in terms of the value. We got an Ion Storm, Lightning Axe foil, Defiant Salvager. I know like Lightning Axe does see play in some formats, and definitely the Mox Opal does. So that's another great card. I feel like we're doing pretty well. We're really crushing all of the expensive artifact cards. Except I want to say, is it Chrome Mox or it's... I know that there's some card, and it's at the tip of my tongue, and I can picture the art. I'm not remembering it, though, that I'm really hoping to pull. But I feel like we're doing pretty well so far. And maybe it's just that there's a lot of great cards in this set. But we've got a Thought Reflection, Sword of Fire and Ice. That's another sweet mythic. I think that brings our total to either 6 or 7. So again, definitely not any shortcomings. And a foil Ancient Stirrings. I wonder if that's valuable or not. I feel like it probably used to be, but with all the reprints, probably not going to be. But man, that's another sweet card. I feel like we're doing pretty good on the value at this point, honestly. And we've got 3 more packs. It would be great. I don't know where we are with the value, but if we went over the MSRP just on, you know, before we get to the topper, then all of that can be like, you know, sweet on the top. But we'll see how that pans out. So right here we've got our first rare, Magus of the Abyss, Master Transmuter. I don't think those are great. Remember the Fallen Iron Bully. Okay, not every pack can be phenomenal. So now we're just, you know, real home stretch. But you know, those mythic rares, man, I feel like we're not in a horrible spot by any means, because sometimes you get a bunch of mythic rares that are really nothing, and maybe we did get a few of those in the beginning. But let's see. Is it Charm, Trash for Treasure, Topple the Statue, Blood Moon, sweet. That's probably also fallen a lot at this point, though. Endless Atlas, Thraven Inspector, Elvish Aberration, Blood Moon, solid. This used to be, I think, a much bigger problem for people than it is these days. I think they've printed kind of stuff to work around it, but it still is, I would assume, something that's got some value. I think I own 4 of those cards myself, because I enjoyed playing red. But anyways, last pack here, then we're going to get on to that set of box toppers, but let's see what we've got. Gelatinous Genesis, Sphinx of the Guildpack, Joria's Familiar, got a Fulminator Mage, nice, that's another card that has a lot of memories, Duplicant, and our foils are nothing too crazy, but now it's time for our big reveal, and then we'll do a little bit of a kind of, I guess, breakdown and show some of our better cards that we've gotten. I'm really curious about that Greater Good. But now it's time for the Double Masters box topper pack, hoping to add a lot of value here. And I'm going to price. Okay, no, I'm not going to need to speed it up because I want to open this one carefully, hoping that something in here is going to have a lot of value. And maybe it'll be like Greater Good, where it's probably only worth 50 cents, but I think it's really good. So now I still am being careful. Alright, so some challenges there, but we're going to just flip it over. I'm going to try to do it. Thoughtseize, that is a pretty sweet looking card. Definitely not one that has 0 value. And I'm curious what the premiums are, but I really like that art. It's so pretty. Reminds me of like painted, now that they're doing pretty much borderless art, and we'll see what's behind it. Is a Stoneforge Mystic. So 2 good cards, definitely staples in Modern. Great to see Stoneforge Mystic back in. For me, that's new news. For y'all, it's probably not. But those are 2 sweet cards, gorgeous art, and I think that this means that we did pretty well. But I'll be back in a moment basically with the highlights. And here is the final conclusion. I'd say that it's pretty safe to say we crushed it with this one. So we got these 2 sweet box toppers. I didn't realize how expensive the Force of Will was. It's like $90. I was thinking that was a little bit lower. It's creeped up while I have not been watching the prices. Each of these are like $40, so that's another $120. Those are more expensive than that. Then we got some cool 4 of the 5 rare lands. Walking Ballista like $15, Maze of Ith $10. A lot of this stuff though, I didn't realize how far the prices have fallen. Fulminator Mage is like $2. Maelstrom Pulse is like $1.50. Kind of crazy to me, but Blood Moon's still like a $9 card or so. I think a lot of the value though is really concentrated in this pile. None of these the foils were particularly expensive. Lightning Greaves like $6, Greater Good like $5. I was wrong about that being something super expensive, and a lot of these are like $2 or $3 cards, but it's tough to sell those individually sometimes. Then we also have some of these are decent. Manamorphose is like $5, Oubliette $4, Bauble $4. And then we have this stack of cards over here as well. But pretty happy with this box. Thanks so much to Battlegrounds Gaming for making it happen. I'm curious to see how this video even does, but it was really fun. It's been a long time, again, like I said, since I've opened any Magic product, and I'm pretty sure we got off to a good start being back in the game. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and get in touch with me on my website, treasuretown.yt.com, Facebook, TreasureTown, Instagram, @TreasureTownYT, or Twitter, @TreasureTown_YT, and I'll look forward to seeing you on some of my future vids.